Welcome to World of War. Today, we embark on a journey into one of the most critical and perilous moments in modern history. My name is John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States of America, and I will take you back to October 1962, the days when the world stood on the brink of nuclear annihilation. The year was 1962, the height of the Cold War. The world was divided into two hostile camps, the United States and its allies on one side, and the Soviet Union and its satellite states on the other. As President of the United States, I was acutely aware of the precarious balance of power and the ever-present threat of nuclear conflict. It was a clear October morning when our intelligence revealed something that would send chills down my spine. Soviet ballistic missiles in Cuba, armed and ready, capable of striking at the very heart of America. I knew then that our worst fears had materialized. The stakes could not have been higher. In the Oval Office, I called together my most trusted advisors. The room was thick with tension as we examined the grainy photos of missile installations. We had limited time and even fewer options. Should we strike and risk a full-scale nuclear war? Should we negotiate and appear weak? Or was there another path? After days of intense debate, I made my decision. On October 22nd, I addressed the nation. With a heavy heart but a firm voice, I informed the American people about the presence of Soviet missiles in Cuba. I announced a naval blockade, a quarantine as I called it, to prevent further Soviet shipments of military equipment. This was a bold step, one that carried enormous risks. We were in uncharted waters. As our warships moved into position around Cuba, the world watched with bated breath. The Soviet response was swift and defiant. Premier Khrushchev accused us of aggression and warned of severe repercussions. The world stood on the edge of a precipice. Behind the scenes, I engaged in a delicate dance of diplomacy. Through secret communications, Khrushchev and I exchanged letters, each one a careful blend of resolve and conciliation. The fate of the world hung in the balance. In one harrowing incident, a Soviet submarine, cornered by our destroyers, came perilously close to launching a nuclear torpedo. It was only the restraint of a brave Soviet officer, Vasily Arkhipov, that prevented a catastrophic escalation. Every decision, every action was fraught with the potential for disaster. If you want to know more about how Vasily Arkhipov saved the world, you can watch it on this channel. Days passed like years. The tension was unbearable. But then a breakthrough. Through back-channel negotiations, Khrushchev agreed to dismantle the missile sites in Cuba in exchange for our public commitment not to invade the island. Privately, I also agreed to remove our missiles from Turkey, a concession that remained secret for years. On October 28, 1962, the crisis was over. The missiles were dismantled, the blockade lifted, and the world breathed a sigh of relief. We had averted nuclear war. It was a triumph of diplomacy and resolve, a testament to the power of leadership in the face of unimaginable peril. The Cuban Missile CRISIS was a defining moment in our history. It taught us the importance of courage, restraint, and the relentless pursuit of peace. As I look back, I am reminded of the profound responsibility that comes with leadership and the enduring power of hope and human decency. Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of history's most dramatic episodes. If you found this video compelling, don't forget to leave your like, subscribe, and activate notifications. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the world of war.